Hello guys, Arik is here, your Russian coach. You are great, you are persisting, and you are moving towards the heights of Russian. Well done. I really appreciate you being here. And we continue with this article today. 7 золотых советов от гениального врача Николая Амосова. So 7 golden pieces of advice from the genius doctor Nikolai Amosov. Last time it was a very interesting one. Number 2. Врачи лечат болезни, а здоровье нужно добывать самому. So please open your printed materials. If you do not have it printed, please open the link below this video. So what was добывать? Do you remember? Добывать was to achieve. And самому was by yourself. So therefore, врачи лечат болезни, а здоровье нужно добывать самому. Doctors treat diseases, but health you need to achieve yourself. But here it's the impersonal sentence. But health, it is needed to achieve yourself. So we talked about that the last time. And today number 3. And in number 3, please notice that the title, actually, it's the beginning of this whole sentence. So the smaller letters actually continue the bigger ones. Therefore, I'm going to read this whole sentence up to the period. Что такое болезни, чувствует каждый. Досадное расстройство различных функций, мешающее ощущать счастье и даже жить. Okay. So let's go over the vocabulary here. Болезни means illnesses. Чувствует. Just notice that you do not pronounce чувствует. You pronounce чувствует. You probably know that. It means feels. And каждый means everyone. Therefore, the title says, что такое болезни чувствует каждый. What the illnesses are, everyone feels. And then there is colon, so there is a list what the illnesses are, according to this genius doctor. Досадное расстройство различных функций. Досадное means annoying. Расстройство dysfunction. Различных функций. Различных various. Функций, functions. Therefore, досадное расстройство различных функций would be annoying dysfunction of various functions. Мешающее ощущать счастье. Мешающее relates to расстройство. What was расстройство? Dysfunction. So this dysfunction. Мешающее, please underline and write preventing you from. Preventing you from, in this case. Or, another version, not allowing you. Yeah? But preventing you from, not allowing you, those are good translations. Ощущать means to experience. Счастье, you probably know, that's happiness. So, what the sicknesses are, everyone feels. Досадное расстройство различных функций. Annoying dysfunction of various functions. Мешающее ощущать счастье. Not allowing you to, so this dysfunction, not allowing you to experience happiness, и даже жить, and even to live. Причины тоже известны. Внешние вредности, инфекция, экология, общественные потрясения, собственное неразумное поведение. So if I edited this text, I would add E here, because those are two different categories, like external things and your own behavior. But look, причины тоже известны. Do you remember the word причина? Means reason, right? Причина. So причины means reasons. Известны means known. Therefore, look, причины тоже известны. The reasons are also known. Внешние вредности. So when they say причины тоже известны, so the reasons are also known. So the reasons, meaning the reasons for the illnesses. Внешние вредности. So вредности, it's in quotation marks, just notice. So внешние means external. Now вредности, that's plural of вредность, which is harmfulness. Harmfulness. But вредности, that's plural. That's like harmfulnesses. Harmfulnesses. In English, we wouldn't say it like that in most cases. Инфекция means infection. Экология, ecology. Общественное потрясение. So, общественное comes from общественный, which means social. And потрясение comes from потрясение, means shock. So, общественное потрясение would mean social shocks. Now, собственное means your own. So, please underline right above собственное. Собственный, собственное means your own. Неразумное means silly. That's неразумное because you know, разум means mind, right? Разум, mind. So, неразумное, like out of mind. So, silly. Поведение, behavior. And so what does it say? Причины тоже известны. Внешние вредности. Инфекция, экология, общественное потрясение. Собственное неразумное поведение. So it should be, in my opinion, like and. И. Собственное неразумное поведение. So the reasons, meaning for sicknesses, are also known. External harmfulnesses. Infection, ecology, social shocks, and your own silly behavior. Иногда врожденные дефекты. So врожденные comes from врожденный, which is inherent, something that you are born with. And дефекты, obviously that's defects, right? So иногда врожденные дефекты, sometimes inherent defects. Now please see how it all works together. Что такое болезни, чувствует каждый. Досадное расстройство различных функций, мешающее ощущать счастье и даже жить. Причины тоже известны. Внешние вредности. Инфекция, экология, общественные потрясения. Собственное неразумное поведение. Иногда врожденные дефекты. And then Amosov says, утверждаю, природа человека прочна. Утверждаю means I declare. Утверждаю, or I state. I state, I declare. Утверждаю. Природа means nature, and прочна means sturdy. Утверждаю, природа человека прочна. I declare, the nature of a man is sturdy. По крайней мере, у большинства людей. По крайней мере means at least. Большинство means most. So, по крайней мере, у большинства людей, so at least with most of the people. Правда, мелкие болезни неизбежны, но серьезные чаще всего от неразумности образа жизни. Снижение резервов в результате детренированности. So let's go over the vocabulary, guys. Правда, мелкие болезни неизбежны. So правда means indeed. Мелкие болезни. Мелкие means little or tiny. So tiny or little болезни. Болезни means illnesses, right? Неизбежны, inevitable. So when he says правда, мелкие болезни неизбежны, that would be indeed. Indeed, small diseases are inevitable. Но серьезные чаще всего от неразумности образа жизни. Серьезные means serious. Чаще всего means more often than not. Чаще всего. Please underline together. More often than not. От неразумности образа жизни. So, образ жизни means lifestyle. Неразумность образа жизни means like silliness or foolishness of lifestyle. Because неразумность, you remember неразумное means silly. Неразумность, that's a noun. So, silliness, foolishness, образа жизни, of lifestyle. Снижение резервов в результате детренированности. So, снижение means the decrease. decreasing, of reserves. В результате means as a result. Детренированности means lack of training or being out of shape. So детренированность means being out of shape. So now please see how it all works together. Правда, мелкие болезни неизбежны, но серьезные чаще всего от неразумности образа жизни. Снижение резервов в результате детренированности. It's true that, or indeed, it's true that little diseases are inevitable, but the serious ones, more often than not, from the silliness of lifestyle, decreasing of the reserves as a result of being out of shape. Внешние условия, бедность, стрессы на втором месте. So внешнее means external, условия means conditions. So внешние условия, бедность, стрессы. So бедность means poverty, стрессы, stresses. На втором месте, at the second place, are at the second place. Therefore, внешние условия, бедность, стрессы на втором месте. External conditions, poverty, stresses at the second place. So he actually states that the first place is being out of shape or foolishness in our lifestyle, and the second place is different external conditions. So now please see how it all works together, all the paragraph. Утверждаю, природа человека прочна, по крайней мере у большинства людей. Правда, мелкие болезни неизбежны, но серьезные чаще всего от неразумности образа жизни, снижение резервов в результате детренированности. Внешние условия, бедность, стрессы на втором месте. So how do you feel, guys? It's very interesting. And the fourth one, the fourth golden piece of advice, says the following. Тренировка резервов должна быть разумной. Very good. So, разумной, that's the opposite of неразумный. Неразумный means silly. Разумный means smart or wise. So, тренировка резервов должна быть разумной. The training of the reserves should be smart. Это значит постепенная, но упорная. Great vocabulary. So, постепенная means step by step. Упорная means... So, упорный means steadfast. Это значит, so тренировка резервов должна быть разумной, so it should be smart. Это значит, that means, right? Это значит, if you are not familiar, underline and write above. That means, постепенная, step by step or gradual, но упорная, but steadfast. Gradual, but steadfast. Если сказать о сути тренировки, то это режим ограничений и нагрузок. RON. RON, those are first letter of режим ограничений нагрузок. So that's an abbreviation, RON. Если сказать, если сказать о, that comes as one expression, if we are talking about. Суть means the essence. The essence, суть. Тренировка means training. So, если сказать о сути тренировки, if we are talking about the essence of the training, то это режим ограничений и нагрузок. So, то это, then that is, because то means then, это means that. Then that is the regiment of, regime means regiment, ограничений means limitation, that's ограничение. Limitation / restriction. Нагрузок means efforts, because нагрузок, that's plural. So ограничение и нагрузок, both of them are in plural. So the restrictions and the efforts. So he says, если сказать о сути тренировки, то это режим ограничений и нагрузок. If we are talking about the essence of the training, then that is the regiment of restrictions and efforts. RON. Режим ограничений нагрузок. And then he continues, это мой конек. So please, if you have it printed, put 2 dots above ye. Это мой конек. Конек means strong side. So that's my strong side, or that's my speciality. Это мой конек. So strong side / speciality. That's my speciality. Впрочем, ничего оригинального я не придумал. Впрочем means however. Ничего means nothing. So nothing original I didn't invent. Придумать means to invent. In the proper English, I did not invent. I haven't invented anything original. 3 главных пункта. So 3 главных пункта. Пункт means point or paragraph somewhere. Point, that's good. So 3 main points. But today, guys, we're only going to do the first one, because you see the second one is very long and we have to finish. So первый, еда с минимумом жиров. 300 грамм овощей и фруктов ежедневно, и чтобы вес не поднимался выше цифры, рост минус 100 килограмм. Okay, so let's see. So the first point, еда means food, с минимумом жиров. Жир means fat. So food with the minimum of fats. 300 gram, so G here means gram. So 300 grams of vegetables and fruit. Ежедневно. Ежедневно means on a daily basis. That's ежедневно, on a daily basis. И чтобы вес не поднимался выше цифры, рост минус 100 килограмм. Чтобы might mean in order to, but not here. So in English that would be make sure that. So чтобы, please underline, make sure that. So make sure that вес means the weight. So make sure that the weight не поднимался, doesn't rise, but just notice that after чтобы, the verb comes in the past in Russian. But in English, that would be in the present. So чтобы, make sure that the weight doesn't rise выше цифры, above the number. So цифра in this case means number. Выше means above the number. Рост минус 100 килограмм. So рост means your height. Height, that's рост. So height minus 100 kilograms. So in other words, make sure that when you take your height and you make your height minus 100, that's the maximum of your weight should be. So again, первый, еда с минимумом жиров. 300 грамм овощей и фруктов ежедневно. И чтобы вес не поднимался выше цифры, рост минус 100 килограмм. So the first, food with the minimum of fats. 300 grams of vegetables and fruit on a daily basis. And make sure that the weight does not rise above the number height minus 100 kilograms. So that's where we stop. That's where we're going to stop today. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate you. If you have any friends who learn Russian and who are kind of intelligent thinking person, who have at least basics of Russian, then just bring them here, because we're looking for good students who want to go to the heights of Russian. Thank you guys, and we'll see each other in the next lesson. If you need my personal help, you have my email below. Thank you so much. Ciao, ciao.